coach, OVC champions. How does that sound?
Amazing. You know, we've definitely worked hard this year, and they've grinded. We have the running joke that I'm not the easiest coach to have, and you know, they took everything I gave them every single day during practice. So to actually see the work pay off this year, and you know, to be the OVC champions in our last year in the OVC, feels great.
And it's kind of a runaway. Talk about that. How do you know coming into the tournament, like a course you've never really played, and how's all that factor into preparing for a championship?
You know, obviously we haven't seen the course, so coming out here on Saturday for our practice round, me and my assistant Gigi, we did a great job mapping everything. After being out there, we knew the greens were going to be the difficult part with the pin location, so we created a game plan where we just didn't attack it. And especially on Sunday when the wind blew, just playing safe obviously gave us the advantage after day one, and then we were able just to keep pushing on day two. And you know, I told the girls today, I was like, we have to get through 15 holes. And then it was like, all right, we're enjoying the walk in. And, you know, I think they did a sigh of relief on 15 and 16 when I went up to them and was like, just enjoy this. Because, you know, to have this lead against Morehead State and Tennessee Tech is amazing. They're great programs. Their coaches are awesome. The players are amazing players. So to have that lead and just be able to enjoy it coming in, it was a different feeling.
And you had kind of different weather conditions. You had the windy and cold, as you mentioned, and you had sunny and warm. How does that like factor into what you do?
Yeah, and obviously the wind was completely different. So how we practiced on Saturday, the course was completely different on Sunday. We made some mistakes off tee shots, just not adapting to the wind, whether it was downwind or to into to down. Giving us like different approach shots than what we were used to. It was good for us though. You know, Monday, Tuesday, it kind of went back to that Saturday wind, so we were kind of used to it. It was what we were used to, what we prepared for. But obviously the cold and the heat, you know, these greens, the course was amazing this week. Dalton Country Club did an amazing job getting this golf course ready for us. And these greens just got quicker and quicker throughout the day, and it was kind of reminding the girls that like it is going to get quicker throughout the day.
Now, you had a bunch of players in the top five, but tell me about Eleanor, the medalist and the OVC Player of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, Eleanor's been a great player. You know, she's definitely led this program for, especially this year. You know, last year her and Anna kind of tag teamed it and led the program, and you know, to see Eleanor just come out on her own and play as solid as she did. You know, it wasn't really a roller coaster of emotions or shots. You know, she kept steady, and we had a conversation coming down 18 today. We were honestly talking about her stats, and she was like, proximity was being a little off. She goes, I've played it safe. But, you know, sometimes in conditions like this, that's what you have to do to win, and that's what she did.
Let's talk about the regional. Any preferences of where you go, and just how do you prepare to play that?
Honestly, you know, we do this week in, week out of going to different tournaments. I think for us, it's another tournament. You know, we're grateful to be going and representing the OVC. It's a privilege to win this championship and move on. And, you know, we'll just kind of have the same mindset when we head there and practice starts. I'll probably give the girls a couple of days off. They've probably earned it after this week. I know me and my assistant probably need a couple of days off too. I didn't sleep much last night. But, you know, it'll be back to the grind and keeping it kind of steady of what we've done all year.